Hi all, welcome to the channel, welcome to the workshop. If you've read the title, you know what this is about. We're doing a bit of a workshop revamp, as I said in the last couple of updates and things, and obviously changing this rear wall here. And I'm going to be rearranging the part you can't see just off camera at a minute, and also this piece here. If you saw my latest update, then you'd notice that I had a load of RC cars and things like that. They're currently still there. They're all held up by twin slot shelving bits and pieces. That's all going to be repurposed, removed, and moved along this wall, creating some nice shelving here. So let's get on with it. Let's get building.
Welcome to the workshop. Tools are ready to play. We're gonna build something great, starting here today. Piece by piece we go now.
Right, so I've zoomed the camera way back over there, so you can see the entire wall. This is going to be just me basically just taking apart what's here at the moment, and I'll be speeding this footage up so you don't have to spend the next, I don't know, 30 minutes probably of me dismantling most of this wall. So enjoy some music. Right, so that's looking a little bit emptier now, isn't it? Next plan, now I've taken everything down from there. I'm going to take the twin slot brackets down that you can see there. I'm probably going to cut them in half. So I've got a few more because they don't need to be the height they are. And then I can space them out along this wall. You can see I've just put that sheet up there for the moment. I've got 8 of these, so potentially do 4 and 4, depending on how wide I want them, because I believe what I'm going to do is leave that part pretty much untouched, with the little storage racks there. I'll probably reorganize those storage racks, but I'll leave those storage racks as they are, I believe. and just have the shelving here. Now, when I do put this shelving up, what I'll probably do is I'll put some lighting underneath. That way, this workbench will be better illuminated when it comes to doing videos and things. I've only got the one light on there, and I had the ring light that you've seen in the background of many other videos. Now, whether that ring light stays there or not, I don't know at the minute. It will depend on how this all pans out. There'll still be a top camera. It just depends on where that's going to sit, whether I leave a gap here for a top camera and then work out what's going on for the rest of it. So a little bit of guesswork, but that's empty now. I'm going to stop the camera now, and then I'll get those off the wall and get them cut so that they're in half, and then potentially space them out along here. The beauty obviously with twin slot is that they're very adjustable, so really, really good there. So let's get on with that, and I'll be back very shortly. Right, so you can see a few things have moved along now. I've cut those larger twin slot shelving parts down, and I've spread them across here. So I've got 8 in total. You can see I've put some shelving in at the moment, but only temporary at the moment, just to see where I wanted to space those shelving out. This might still come a little bit lower. It can go 1 notch lower, just to give a little bit more height here. And obviously anything that's tall can go on the top shelf up there. More than likely, when it comes to videoing and things, unless I keep the camera where it currently is, you're probably not going to see the top part of this shelf anyway. But certainly, hopefully, the lower 2 you'll be able to see. What I do need to get is a couple more twin slot brackets, just so that I can finish off these 2 parts. But should have now, hopefully, very shortly, 3 nice long shelves here. Where I can display some of the models that I've done and also that are currently in progress. So I've just put Batmobile up there for a minute just as a test. That's one of my RC cars, and again, up the top is another RC car. But hopefully this will be a little bit more interesting as a background in future videos. Now, some of the videos I've already got pre-recorded, so you'll see that this wall will change depending on when I've recorded a video. So do look out for a few continuity errors coming up in the next few weeks. It just depends whether I've done an intro, outro, or what I've done. And obviously, having done this, obviously this area at the moment is quite dark because of where the lights are in this building. So there will be additional lighting potentially under here, which will light the workbench area a little bit better. And it means now, because I've got a bit more space, I should be able to widen the camera field of view. So hopefully get a couple of actual better angles for future build videos as well. So again, check all that out as well. But I need to get some brackets. So I'll stop the camera now. I'll go get some brackets and I'll show you the next step. Right, so that's pretty much the next step now completed. We've got all the shelving up there now. As you can see, I've put a couple of things up there just to check for size. I did bring this shelf down to its lowest point, so they're all nicely evenly spaced now. Any tool items can obviously go on the higher shelf because there's a bit more space, but I think that should be plenty of room for most of the things that I'm going to be having on here. It's not just going to be, hopefully, a general dumping ground, but hopefully a little bit of a display point as well with some of the models that I'm currently building. I've got the Batmobile there. I'll rearrange a little bit of where things are going to go, but I think at the moment the top shelf will be RC cars and a little bit of storage, hopefully leaving these 2 lower shelves to be looking a little bit nicer, and hopefully display some of the models, complete and incomplete models. So that's where I am at the minute. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, and then hopefully come back in a few minutes and see what progress there is, and hopefully the workbench will be a little bit tidier as well. Right, so you can see that I'm making progress along here at the moment. So I've put a couple of things up on the shelves at the moment. Whether they'll stay there or not, still debating, still playing with layout, etc. But got a couple of the completed vehicles there. Got the DB5 and the Jaguar E-Type. Got a couple of part works in place. got the Skyline and the 66 Batmobile, all complete with their nice partway upgrade blueprints. So looking good there. Pretty happy with that. I've got the Revel kit there at the minute. Again, that may or may not move, but it does look quite good there. And hopefully that will also be worked on soon on the channel. If you didn't see the introduction to that one, I'll pop a video up in the corner here, so you can check that one out as well. And I got my RC cars on there at the minute. And I think the top shelf, very top shelf, I'll probably put a couple of small boxes, so I've got a bit of storage up there as well. And more than likely, that top part of the shelf, unless I keep the camera where it is, won't be visible anyway when it comes to doing videos, etc. But should have some power up there, so hopefully should have some nice lighting as well, so you can light up all the shelves, and there'll be lighting under here which will light up the workbench, so hopefully the videos that I do will be a little bit better illuminated going forward. So that's where I am at the minute. I think at the moment what I'm just doing is working through everything that's on the workbench and trying to find a home for it. But it's not just what's on the workbench. The entire workshop, having this process done, means I've taken everything off the wall and it's just dotted all around the workshop at the moment. So I am just trying to find homes for everything and try and make this a tidy space once again. But if you're not new to the channel, you know that tidy space doesn't last for long. So hopefully this will mean it will last a little bit longer, having a little bit better storage. I don't know if I ever mentioned this. Obviously, I've put the shelves in there at the minute and it's all screwed in place now. The reason it was so easy to disassemble the bits that are on there is I was using a French cleat system, which basically you have this piece on the wall, so it's screwed into the wall like that, and then whatever you're putting on the shelf will just hook in like so, and then obviously you can move that however you want. And that I think was just a bit of 2x4, 2x6. It might have been 2x4 that I just cut down the middle like so, and that worked really well for being able to move things around. So nothing was ever permanently in place. But having had this workshop for the best part of 4 years, I think, I've decided that revamping and changing this, because of the changes, how I've used space has changed, it was better to now go for shelving like this. And I think it's going to allow for a little bit more interesting background going forward on videos rather than just an absolute mess. So I'm going to crack on tidying this up, and hopefully the next part you see, it will be finished and looking quite nice. So let's see how it progresses. Right, so this is actually now the next day. This is actually the evening of the next day. I've been busy for most of the day doing bits and pieces. As you can see, the shelving is now looking quite full. So you've got pretty much all the projects in progress on the bottom shelf. Got completed items middle shelf, and then maybe a bit more long-term storage on the top shelf, and my RC cars up there as well. You can probably see that I've now put some snazzy little bit of lighting in, so we can change all the colors of the shelving to give it a little bit more of a nicer background and a little bit of ambient lighting as well. As you can see, the workbench is looking a lot clearer. Just moved out a shot there, but you can see much clearer. Still got a couple of bits I need to find homes for, but that's not going to be too much of an issue. I've still yet to put up one of my cameras, this is the top cam, which was on the ring light. Because I've got these new lights here now, which lights up this workbench quite nicely, I'll probably just be mounting it to the shelf and see how it works without the ring light. I've got a couple of other lights that hopefully will be able to floodlight this area, because I have noticed that previous videos there has been a little bit of shadow, a little bit of darkness, and maybe a little bit of color mismatch for the different cameras. So I'm going to try and reset all my cameras and try and set up the color balance to be a little bit better. As I said, got a couple of more lights that hopefully can go here as well. But this is probably the last update before the final reveal of the whole lot, including the rest of the workbench and workshop, which I will just turn the camera around a little bit. You can see that area over there. Now I've done this area, that area is now bugging me. So that area, the tool storage, etc. I'm going to tackle that as well. Get rid of some tools that don't get used on a regular basis, and basically just tidy it up so that the tools that I use pretty much daily are there, front and center, ready and easy to access. If you probably noticed, I've actually taken down my screwdriver set, which was living here, but I now need to find a new home for that. Don't possibly get used on a daily basis, but still a useful asset to have. You've seen on previous videos that primarily I use my iFixit screwdriver set, but that little screwdriver set is still a useful item to have around. So that's my next bit for the project. So hopefully see you in a few minutes once I've basically finished and tidied up that section as well. Right, we are finished. So shelving's looking good, build bench is looking absolutely fantastic, all nice and clear, and it's very much new year, new workshop. Now it's not just the aesthetics of the shelving and the background. I have done a little bit of upgrading for the build bench to hopefully improve the videos that I do for you guys going forward. So got extra lighting, not only these little strip lights, which will be white and can illuminate the bench. I've got a couple of little box floodlights up here as well. You can just about see off camera. So they, as you can see, are illuminating this bench absolutely brilliantly. This strip light at the back is not currently on 100%, but that will illuminate from the rear and obviously from the camera's perspective as well. So hopefully any shadows that are cast won't be on the item that I'm building going forward. So good upgrade there. You can see that the rest of the workbench is also clear, which is great. It means that when I'm doing a build, and if I need to move anything out of the way, I should be able to just move it to one side nice and easily. Certainly if we need to, we did something with the skyline recently. We worked on the chassis, worked on a bit, then worked on something else, worked on something else. It was very mismatched, and it means that I can move the other bits out of the way so you can focus on the bit that I'm building rather than the bit that has been built previously. So that's hopefully going to be an improvement going forward, and we'll try and keep that nice and clear going forward as well. The biggest thing for me will be trying to not allow this shelving to become a bit of a dumping ground. Usually when I've got a bit of shelving, it's usually everything goes on the shelves and it then looks untidy and messy. But hopefully that's what the top shelf is going to be for, where it's probably going to be a little bit more out of camera, and hopefully anything up there will be in boxes, so it'll hopefully be nice and neat. I've currently got the box with a Revel Trans Am up there at the moment, and my RC cards as well. But hopefully going forward, the camera will be moved forward a little bit, and that shelf will be out of shot. So you only see the lower shelves, which do look neat and tidy for now. And hopefully going forward, they will look neat and tidy as well. Obviously now with the background side of it, we've got the built cars. So some of the previous builds, and obviously the builds in progress as well. So you can actually see some of the things that have already been on the channel, and they might even change as well. As you know, I've got the DeLorean and Knight Rider cars, so might swap those out every so often. So this background will change. It's going to change on a monthly basis anyway, because obviously as we build up these vehicles and the Mallard, then that will get changed as well. And I've got the 79 Trans Am there as well to also build up as well. So all of that's going to change on a monthly basis. So hopefully it makes it a little bit more interesting for you guys as well. If you like this video, please do remember to hit the like button below and give us a massive thumbs up. Also, alongside that, if you can hit the subscribe button and ding the bell for notifications, that would be great as well. It means you'll get notified when I release new videos, and that's always a good thing, because surely you don't want to miss out on anything that goes on in this workshop. Alongside that, if you want to help support the channel, there is a join button. That will cost you a small monthly fee, but it will give you some exclusive access to behind the scenes videos, as well as some early access to some videos that I release. Below that, you'll find my merch store. So you can get a t-shirt, hoodie, or even a mug with the logo on it. I do want to put out a couple of bit extra things there. So a few extra designs, because I know there's not very much there at the moment. But it is something that I'm starting to work on now that I can actually add it to the channel, which is great. But do let me know what you think of this. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. What I will do, I'll grab my mobile phone in a minute and just give you a sweep across your shelves so you can see it in a little bit closer detail. But I think it looks fantastic. So, new year, new workshop. So, as it is New Year's Eve, all there is left for me to say is I want to wish you a very happy new year. Hope 2025 is as good as it can be for you. And hopefully, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in 2025. Cheers.